back in the summer of 1996, a guy by the name of Steve Edwards took the head coaching job at Glenpool High School. To say that he was accepting a challenge is certainly an understatement, as the Warriors held the longest losing streak in the state. But from the get-go, it was obvious it was a challenge he embraced. In his first season, his team would go 2-8. Not good by the standards we enjoy today, but it was a vast improvement over the year's previous record of 0-10. For those following the program back then, it was obvious there was a dramatic change in what was ahead for Glenpool Warrior football. In his second year, the Warriors finished 6-5 and entered the state playoffs for the first time under Coach Ed. In 1999, the Warriors captured the district title, a feat that would be repeated in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2005, 2006, and again this year. In 2002, with the help of Courtney Tennille, who set the Oklahoma High School state record for rushing yards in a season, the Warriors captured their first ever state title in football. Many people, including this speaker, thought that maybe the loss of the state's leading rusher would lead to a drop in the success of the program. Not so. Coach wouldn't allow that, as district titles and state playoff appearances would continue to be the norm. In spite of all the victories on the field, there's a deeper element to the success of Glenpool Warrior football. I'd like to share with you a clip from a story that was written about the 2005 season. It's a clip that helps describe what it is I am now talking about. It's from week 5 of that season, and it was a game we played at Skiatook. The clip is from a season to remember, and it goes like this. Glenpool's new opponents would continue to find ways to penalize the Warriors, including a pass interference call that would lead to a Bulldog touchdown midway through the third quarter. Early in the fourth quarter, after yet another unbelievable call, Coach called timeout to chat with the game officials. The talk seemed to help, as 3 plays later they actually called a penalty on the Bulldogs. There was an element in this week's game that became apparent to this writer as he began to write. It's an element that doesn't show up in the win-loss column. It doesn't show up on the scoreboard, and it's not something that's listed in the weekly stats. But it's there each week, on the offense, on the defense, on special teams, and even on the sidelines. It's something Coach talked about before the season ever began. This element, this hidden element, may be the most important aspect of our program. It's the element of pride, character, and discipline that was exhibited by our team last night. While the Glenpool faithful became louder and louder, voicing their displeasure with the officials, our players and coaches just continued to do their job, saying all they needed to say by systematically and methodically putting points on the board and winning the right way. This writer didn't see one player arguing or taunting officials. What he did see was Warrior players who continue to help opposing players up after hard hits, or pats on the back after good plays. A display of sportsmanship that most people probably overlooked. Indeed, the players and coaches on that field last night reminded me of what this is all about. It's not about a few bad calls. It's not about wins and losses. It's about that hidden element that will continue to be a part of these players' lives long after this season ends. End of clip. And for those of you that don't remember, the final score of that game was Warriors 34, Bulldogs 14. J.C. Watson, a former OU quarterback and Oklahoma congressman, once told me the definition of character is doing the right thing when no one is looking. I think this statement says a lot about the program that Coach Ed has developed, because it's the victories off the field that may surpass his victories on the field. He has built a program that binds our community and the people that live in it, and I, for one, am very proud to be a part of it. In May of 2006, he was recognized by his peers in a presentation in Norman, Oklahoma. Steve Edwards was presented with the Coach of the Year award by the Oklahoma chapter of the National Football Foundation's College Hall of Fame. In this same year, he was also presented with the Outstanding High School Coach of the Year by Sandy Garrett, the Oklahoma State Superintendent of Schools. We are here tonight for another special presentation. Standing at midfield with Coach Ed is Kathy Coley, Superintendent of Glenpool Schools, Tony Kennedy and Donna Harris, President and Vice President of Warrior Pride, our football booster club. They are surrounded by Coach Ed's players. Last week's win against Tecumseh was a milestone in Coach Steve Edwards' career. Coach, you've done the right thing when no one was looking. Well, tonight we have approximately 2,000 people looking, and I'd like to ask them to join me in congratulating you on your 100th win as the head coach of the Glenpool Warriors.
There we go.
Not only are we privileged to share in this moment of celebration, we are privileged to have shared in all of those wonderful Friday nights. The excitement of watching a pass fly through the air, the jumping up and down in the stands as we cheered a player down the field, the surge of power we feel from the drum line in the band, the encouragement of the cheerleaders, the high fives and the smiles on the faces of all the players. Steve's contributions have given us the very best of high school football. Steve is a man who knows what he wants. He wants to be a football coach. He knows what's important: his family, his wife, his daughter, his 2 sons, his fellow coaches, his players, and his friends. He knows what he is. He's a good man who doesn't take himself too seriously. Steve's character can best be seen if we look at how he reacts during the games that make up the numbers on the other side of those 100 wins. I had the privilege of being on the field with the team at the 2003 state playoff game. We were state runner-ups that year. That was the year after our state championship. That was the year the coaches and the team took us back on an exciting trip back to the state playoff game. After that game, Steve called the players together and he said, "Don't hang your heads. There are 30 other teams in this state that wish they were right here where you are. You have everything to be proud of. You worked very hard to get us where we are. You deserve all that you have, and I'm very proud of every one of you." So Steve, we are very proud of you. And we have a gift to show you our appreciation for all of those wonderful memories. Congratulations, Coach Steve Edwards, on your 100th career win at Glenpool High School versus Tecumseh, November 2nd, 2007. We appreciate your dedication, devotion, unselfishness, and professionalism in building tradition in Warrior football. Glenpool administration, faculty, staff, and student body. So Steve, thank you for sharing your talents with us, and thank you for letting us share this memory with you. And we look forward to the excitement of win 101.
Thank you, Kathy. I want to thank all, there's the people in town that makes it go. You're not done? Okay. All right, I'll wait. I'll give this to Dawn.
Okay. We've got one more presentation we want to give to Coach Ed. We actually had him a cake and we're not going to throw it in his face or nothing, but anyway, we tried to get it as big enough for all the players they could eat it, and it's a big 100 cake. But we also bought him a trophy, and Coach Edwards has been real special to me and my family, and to a lot of the Booster Club members. And for those of you that are new in the program, my son graduated in 2002. And I'm still involved in 2007, and I'm not saying that to make me anything special, but I'm here because of this football team and because of Coach Edwards and because of his morals and his standards. And I encourage all of you guys to support him because he spends probably more time with your kids than we did. So, Coach, on behalf of the Warrior Pride Booster Club, it says, Steve Edwards, congratulations on your 100th win as the head coach of the Glenpool Warriors. Glenpool 49 succumbs to 0, November 2nd, 2007.
Well, it's not very often I'm speechless, but I'm pretty speechless. I want to thank all the players that I got to coach. You guys mean a lot to me. You're always family. And I told you one of these days, I remember saying this when we were 0-2, I'm going, we're going to make this something you're proud of. And when you're in college or you're off with your kids, when you come back to a Glenpool football game, you're going to be proud of what we accomplished. And I hope we're doing that right now, and I've stuck to my word. I hope someday I get, I'm an old dude, but I hope I get to coach your kids someday. So thank you so much for your support, all that you do, the great cheering and positive, environment in the stands, and for backing our kids. The Booster Club, guys, thank you so much. Mom, thank you for getting me going. Diana, I couldn't do it without you. So thank you. That's about it. Thank you so much.
Returning kickoff, number 5, Justin Vogel. Okay, number 4, Randy Costello. Making a tackle, number 20.